So now we're gonna do this one on Lost Temple. Should be it. Loading, loading, loading. Alright, so I'm just gonna 2x speed through this real quick. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about bunker placement right now. At least I think that's what I'm talking about in this replay. Pretty sure. But let's just go over this again. Build order, very critical. So he sends his 9th food SCV out to build the supply depot to wall off. Very important. And he's going to go run around and scout with that and build a barracks on 12. And then, of course, we're going to see here a refinery pop up at 14. And then as soon as this barrack finishes, he's going to make a supply depot. There it goes. And then another refinery over here. Because, of course, he needs that gas. Getting orbital, I think, at 15 food. And then as soon as that finishes, quickly saturating this. So there we go. We have our factory. As soon as he gets his first 100 gas, or is it 150? I forget. But as soon as he gets enough gas to make that factory, he puts it down ASAP. And then as soon as that finishes, he builds a starport. And as soon as the starport gets going and he gets enough gas, he builds a tech lab. Uses the factory to fly over here and scout. And on some maps, I've actually seen, some maps like Metalopolis where you can hide a factory in the behind the gas geysers or whatever, and build a Hellion back there. That you can do that too, but it just depends on if you have enough minerals. So there he actually gets lucky. He sees the observer and gets a kill on it. Very critical. So here we have the two starports constantly pumping Banshees. He gets a Viking out there a little sooner than earlier. So here we have it. In this game, he actually didn't even go in for the harass. Or if he did, I missed it. Let me go check that again. I might have actually missed that. Just check this real quick. 8x speed, go, 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 go. So he's got his SCV in there running around. Let me look real quick here. Yeah, actually in this game he isn't even bothering. He didn't even bother to go for that build. It looks like he's doing a little bit different build this game. This Viking first. Maybe he misclicked and built a Viking instead of a Banshee. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, he actually there was the Banshee. So a little bit deviation in this game, this build, but I definitely think the Banshee first is a lot more important. He might have decided not to go for the Banshee harass because he saw the Robo factory there from earlier. At least I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, he saw the Robo factory, so he probably just decided to wait and go for a full-on attack. So here we have the 2 barracks being built after the 2 starports, and the stem being researched. Making Marauders out of this one because he knows he's against mostly Stalkers, and he's making Marines out of this one. It kind of just depends on if you have enough gas to support Marauders on top of producing, Vikings and Banshees over here. So let's speed this up and see how this goes. So this is definitely a one base play with this strategy right here. I mean, you could incorporate an expansion. You could build an expansion, right now as you push out, but this is a very strong push. Okay, so right here, let's pause it right now. So we've got army composition-wise. Let's check out army. At 93 to 72, and of course the Protoss player has a lot more workers. So definitely going for another economy build here. And as far as army goes, he's got Stalkers and he's got High Templars for feedback. With an observer, he's got a lot of observers. I think he has one over here. No, he's got 2 observers right here, so he has a lot of observers for multiple detection. He's actually using a wall of pylons here. I haven't seen that before, but so the High Templars will do very good against Banshees. They'll be able to feedback that even while they're cloaked to just reduce the cloak. So those are a fairly good counter to Banshees. And actually, he was getting Storm here, but he's a little late on that. So that's definitely going to play a role here in this fight. So we're going to have a fight here, and so there goes SCVs, and this time he's actually using, I think he's using his SCVs for a wall here. So he throws down the scan, and because of the crazy range on those Vikings, he easily picks off those two observers, and then of course his Banshees have a lot of cloak, except for the ones that got feedback, and this mass Marine Marauder army, not to mention with the crazy amount of DPS from those Banshees, is just completely laying waste to this base. You can see that these SCVs come in handy right now as to repair, fast repair to those Banshees. And this is pretty much another easy win for him. Alright, so let's jump on to one of his more closer games. And you think, you know, so far all we've seen is him fight against a Protoss fast expanding. You know, of course, one base tech will beat a two base fast expand with you know, a lot of probes. So let's put him up at 4 gate. So let's see how he does against that. So this would be on Metalopolis, if I can find it. Pretty sure this is it. So this is definitely one of the strats that poses the biggest problem to this strategy, because a 4 gate is extremely fast, or even a 3 gate in some situations is extremely fast and attacks when you're most critical, which is of course before you get your Banshees with cloak out, and you only have a small number of Marines to defend with. So we'll just speed this up right here. And we'll see Hyperdub is doing his standard thing. He's going to send his SCV out over here, build a supply depot, and over here we can see this guy going for a 4 gate build in a second. So there he puts down his barracks, trying to kill off that probe, building his refinery. Getting that orbital command as soon as his barracks is finished, walling off, and you see right there, he killed that, I'm pretty sure he was smart enough. Yes, he did kill that probe before he started building his factory, so he didn't completely show his hand. He's got his second refinery down before his factory started. Can already get that going. So let me talk about this point right here. He's building this bunker. Now his bunker placement seems kind of unimportant, you know, he's just throw down a bunker wherever. But this bunker placement is extremely important. Because whenever he's dealing with a 4 gate rush, you know, they're going to be coming up the ramp. And if you have your bunker over here in this position and they have any type of vision up here, he can get a huge concave all around here just attacking right here and dealing a lot of damage. But back here, if you put it over here in this position, you can only deal with just this small area of any kind of stalkers or sentries that can attack it. That's one benefit. The other benefit is this bunker is so close to your mineral line, which is where all your SCVs are going to be. So you need to have a very fast reaction time to bring your SCVs to come and repair this bunker, because this bunker is your saving grace. So let's get back to this game. We'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. So we have the normal stuff, you know, tech lab going down after the factory, or after the starport gets going. And he's going to fly that off and scout with. So we've got 3 Marines in here, and he's probably going to build another one here in a second. We have Cloak going up and Banshee being built, and of course another starport going down as soon as he gets enough minerals for that. So there is his 4th Marine. Looks like he's building a 5th for kicks. And let me pause this for a second here. So here we have it. This was extremely critical because you saw that probe run up right here. He was right up against this wall, yet he wasn't close enough to see these tech labs and these starports. So, you know, a Protoss player could assume, you know, he's flying his factory over here. More than likely he's going starports or, you know, mass Marine Marauder. But just you know, in case they don't think that far in advance, you want to build your starports far enough away from the front of your ramp so that even if they run up to the top of the ramp, they do not see that, and that is very important. So back here we can see this Protoss player has a huge army built up, and Hyperdub over here's got, you know, his first Banshee finally coming out, his second starport, you know, being produced, and he's only got 5 Marines against, you know, how many Stalkers we got here? 6 Stalkers and 3 Zealots and 2 Sentries. So we have a pretty big army right here. So let's see how this plays out.